we developed our platformer up to this. By the end of this video, we will have this. We will start with sprite design, then delta time, and finally custom animation mechanism. Let's begin. First, we need to create the sprites. Let me create one quickly on Inkscape. Now we can create the delta time. Reduce the interval to 60 ms so the times fires more often. Add some variable name, previous time, current time, and delta time. These are needed for calculating delta time. Set the current time at the starting of our main loop. Set that to system time, which is in milliseconds. Now we can calculate delta time by subtracting previous time from our current time. Divide the delta time by 1000, so it is converted to seconds, which also make our value assignments easier. Set previous time to system time at the very end of our loop. So we capture the starting time and ending time of a single iteration's execution, and the difference gives us the time for execution. We need to put the blocks except the previous time variable inside this if block and check if previous time not is equal to 0. This is because at the beginning previous time is 0 and the difference will give us a huge value and causes our system to behave weirdly. Apply the delta time by multiplying our values with it. Because we change the values, we need to readjust the values to our taste. Now we can add our sprite images. You can either add it like this or this for a large number of sprites. Add the sprites of each direction as a list, so we can iterate through them and apply it. Here I am naming them run animation left and right. Initialize active animation to an empty list. This will work as a holder for an animation which is currently playing. Initialize current state to idle. This variable is the state mechanism of our player. Now we need to track the frame. For that, initialize the frame index to 1, not 0 because indexing starts at 1 for App Inventor. Duplicate it and set animation timer to 0. And frame duration to 0.1. These will track duration and time for our animation. We need a procedure called change animation with new state as argument. We just need to change the animation only if state changed. So first we need to check whether the state is changed or not. Then set current state to new state. Reset frame index and reset the timer. Now the animation part. First, check what animation are we going to play. If it is run left, we can change the active animation to our left animation list. Similarly for the right animation. Now we have to loop our sprites inside the main loop. Change animation timer by delta time. Add an if block to check if animation timer is greater than or equal to frame duration. This makes sure each frame is only changed in the correct interval. If true, reset the animation time and change the frame index by 1. Add an if block to check if frame index is greater than length of our active animation. Now reset the frame index and set sprites for our player. This ensures frame index won't go outside the available sprites. Now we can code our procedure to change animation whenever we want. We just have to pass the new state, like run left on left input and run right on right input. Now we need to loop through each animation. First, we need to check for state only if state is changed. Drag the sprite block outside the index check so it fires unconditionally, and drag both inside timer check so they will fire only after the frame duration. There we go. Now let's animate jump, fall and idle. Initialize a direction variable and set to true. This will track our player's direction, which is helpful because we just have to call the name of the animation, not direction. Set direction to false on left and true on right. In the change animation procedure, first we change the animation, then direction inside it. Upload the sprite animations and create our list as we did for the run animation. I will upload the sprite animation and project in my website so you can test it yourself. Inside change animation procedure, check animation and set sprites based on direction. Same for idle and fall animation. Change animations to idle if we are on the floor. Check if x velocity equals 0, then set idle animation. Change the animation to jump when jumping. We need some checks for confirming falling. We have to check if player is not on floor and global y velocity is greater than 0, which is going in the down direction. If they are true, change animation to fall. Drag an if condition to check whether the player is on floor before changing the run animations. Else, run animations will play mid-air. Delete the set global y to 0, which is inside the on floor check. We don't need that. Here is our results. Comment below what should I add in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I hope this taught you something new. See you next time.